Shabana Mahmood, the new Home Secretary, is currently addressing the House of Commons on some major changes in immigration rules. I felt that I should share this with you. I prepared you for this day. I told you that she sent some officials to Denmark to copy their immigration style, and she has made that proposal in the House of Commons. Guess what? The leader of the Conservative Party, Kemi Badnoch, said, finally talking seriously about tackling illegal migration. And she said, okay, but the plans are weak. And you can imagine when Nigel Farage listened to some of the proposals and said that the Home Secretary sounds like a reform supporter. So you can imagine they believe that some of these laws are strict, and they kind of praise it, while she's receiving some, backlash. Some people have said she's racist because of this. Some people have said different things. I'm going to share everything with you. I'm going to share the 6 major changes she's proposing. I'm going to share the countries that she wants to give that ban to, as in she does not want their VIP visas. It means politicians will not even come in to the UK. I'm talking about politicians, businessmen will not be able to come into the UK because of that ban. I'll share every single thing with you. Just sit down, relax, and share this video with all your family and friends so that they can know about it and prepare themselves for it. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK. If you're interested in any of these, please subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you'll be amongst the first people to see that video. If you're looking for an affordable accommodation close to your university, bills inclusive, then you should choose Amber. They have a 24/7 contact number. You can call them if you have any queries. You know how difficult it is to get an accommodation when you relocate it to a new country. Just let them take that stress off you. Choose Amber today. This is how easy it is to use their website. So under the search bar, put in Birmingham. Let's just say we are looking for an accommodation close to Birmingham. Click on England, United Kingdom, 54 places, guys, and look at the prices. You can't beat these prices. Seriously, you should try this. They are located in more than 800 universities all over the world, 250 plus global cities. Their website is so easy to navigate, and they offer instant and easy bookings. It takes just 3 steps for you to get the lowest prices guaranteed. They give 20% cashback if you use their app. They have £50 cashback if you refer a friend. Now use my link to enjoy other discounts related to this particular platform. Why not use Amber today? I will leave the link in the description as well as in the comments. And without wasting time, let's get into this video. I'm going to share this publication by Sky News. It says Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood threatens Trump-style visa ban on 3 countries as part of radical asylum reforms. And there are 3 African countries that are likely to receive a ban because they feel whenever they want to deport people down there, they don't allow them to deport anybody. So they are saying, if you don't accept deportees, we are going to ban you. And it's not just, oh, we are going to stop skilled worker visa. No, they are going into the business visas, VIP visas, those ones that politicians can use. They are threatening to cut it off entirely.
Where the barrier to a return is not the individual nor the UK government, but the receiving country, we will take action. I can announce today that we have told Angola, the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Namibia that if they do not comply with international rules and norms, we will impose visa penalties on them. And I am sending a wider message here. Unless other countries heed this lesson, further sanctions will follow.
Angola, Namibia, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. And she's saying that they will face visa sanctions blocking their tourists, VIPs, and business people from traveling to Britain if they do not improve cooperation on removals.
Our asylum policy. Its goals are twofold. Firstly, to reduce illegal arrivals into this country, and secondly, to increase removals of those with no right to be here. It starts by accepting an uncomfortable truth. While asylum claims fall across Europe, they are rising here. And that is because of the comparative generosity of our asylum offer. when compared to so many of our European neighbours. This generosity is a factor that draws people to these shores on a path that runs through other safe countries. Nearly 40% come on small boats and over perilous channel crossings, but a roughly equal number come here legally via a visitor, work or study visa and then go on to claim asylum. They do so because refugee status is the most generous route into this country. An initial grant lasts 5 years, which is then converted almost automatically into permanent settled status. In other European countries, things are done differently. In Denmark, refugee status is temporary and they provide safety and sanctuary until it is possible for a refugee to return home. In recent years, asylum claims have hit a 40-year low. And now, across Europe, countries are tightening their systems in similar ways. We must act too.
Here are the 5 major things she's proposing. The first one is that refugee status will become temporary and subject to regular review, with people facing removal as soon as their home countries are deemed safe.
We will do so by making refugee status temporary, not permanent. A grant of refugee status will last 2.5 years, not 5. It will be renewed only if it is impossible for a refugee to return home.
Now, you know that if you apply for asylum after 5 years, you can apply for ILR, but it's not going to be the same thing. It's not business as usual anymore.
Permanent settlement will now come at 20 years, not 5.
Asylum is a temporary route. I don't even know whether they will allow them to have British citizenship, because they already announced that if you come into the UK illegally, you will no longer be allowed to get British citizenship. So if you are planning any visa routes, just study the system very well before you make any application. Capped work and study routes for refugees will also be created.
I know this country welcomes people who contribute, and for those who want to stay and are willing and able to, we will create a new work and study visa route solely for refugees, with a quicker path to permanent settlement. To encourage refugees into work, we will also consult on removing benefits for those who are able to work but choose not to. Outside of the most exceptional circumstances, family reunion will not be possible, with a refugee only able to bring family over if they have joined a work and study route and if qualifying tests are met. While over 50,000 were granted refugee status in the last year, more than 100,000 claimants and failed asylum seekers remain in taxpayer-funded accommodation. And we know that criminal gangs use the prospect of free bed and board to promote their small boat crossings. We have already announced that we will empty asylum hotels by the end of the Parliament, and we are exploring a number of large military sites as an alternative.
Another proposal she's giving is new, safe and legal routes to be introduced for those genuinely fleeing war and persecution. So they're going to have like another department within the Home Office where they're going to be tackling people who are running away from war and persecution. So it's going to be a different ball game altogether. There are going to be some things that they will put in place to process their applications. Now, another thing is changes to the legal framework that will require judges to prioritize public safety over migrants' rights to a family life, and amid fears that Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights has been used to frustrate removals. Now, they're not proposing to go out of ECHR entirely. It's Article 8 in particular they are after, and that one protects people from, you know, if you submit an application for asylum and it's been refused, you can just raise that Article 8 and say you are entitled to family life, something like that. I don't know. I'm not an immigration advisor, but I feel that is what they have been talking about on many publications online, and I feel that is what it looks like. I've not studied it, but I feel that is what it seems like. That Article 8 is what helps some asylum seekers who have received a refusal in the application to contest it and then stay because maybe they have a family or something like that. So they want to make changes to that Article 8. Now, the next one, which is the 5th one, is that using facial age estimation technology, a form of AI, to rapidly assess a person's age in a bid to deter people who pretend to be to be children in an attempt to claim asylum. So sometimes they might prioritize children when people are claiming asylum, and they believe that some people will lie. Yes, that's what they believe, that some people lie and claim to be that's below 18 when they are not, and there's nothing much you can do if the person doesn't have a birth certificate. That is my assumption based on what I've read, but they are saying that they're going to use AI to assess the person's age, and then people will not abuse that route and claim to be children so that they can stay back in the UK. These are the things she has proposed, and you can imagine there's an uproar out there. Some people are saying she's racist, some people say she's too harsh, some people say it's okay, some people say how would they implement it. They are wondering how it's going to be implemented. Another major thing she said is that illegal migration is causing huge divides in the UK. She said, I do believe we need to act if we are to retain public consent for having an asylum system at all. So this is what they have been talking about for a while now. If you turn on the debate right now in House of Commons, many people have been asking a lot of questions, and she responds to these questions is mostly a party attack. You can hear it from their voice. This person accusing this person of allowing a lot of migrants coming, another person accusing another person of different things. That's what's happening there. I got tired of watching because I'm just after the proposals. What are they proposing? When is this going to take place? So right now they are talking about asylum. I'm still waiting for when they are going to talk about ILR for legal migrants. I'm still waiting for that option. Once it's becomes complete, because it's live and it's taking place right now, once it's complete, I'll share all the updates with you about ILR, whether it's retrospective or not. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.